didn't get that far.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Here
All
we
right.
go.
Well, cool.
Take
We're all
two.
here again.
Yep.
Very good. All right. So, when last engaged, right, you boys had and attacked the brood kill and had a wonderful shootout with them. And in the process, you had taken a bunch of their little overpass. So they full of dead body all over the place. In addition to the simulators that were there at the very beginning, they got just laid out by the boom was just shredding them left and right. So there's still pieces of them all over. But basically, the whole area is like this collapsed, overpass bridge, and Komodo blew out one of the supports, so there's just, detritus all over. There's rubble everywhere, and then you guys had these roadkill that were disappearing and trying to attack you guys while invisible. So you had to use your different optic sets, and you took them down. So you've got a couple of these dead bodies that are like phasing back into visibility. One of them split in half, another one's blown up by the energy shield, and another one is over by the base itself. So it was a pretty fast shootout. All of this realistically probably took 4 or 5 minutes, the entire engagement. And so now the dust is literally settling. You guys are able to now investigate this area and see what's going on, see if there's anything you can salvage.
Let's see what we got.
God damn,
Yes.
my fucking armor's fucked. God damn it.
Absolutely.
I need some
So it's got
scraps.
melt marks all over it. It's got talent marks through it. Well, what is your MDC on that thing? It's got to be single digits, right?
Now it's 9. I'm down to 9.
Yeah, so exactly. It's just held on by its straps and a couple of pieces of the plate here and there. So it really is in tatters.
Look, 12, we'll find you some more armor, all right?
There were
God,
two
I
big
need to look for-
floors that I blew
I-
apart
it's
that
crap.
might have some armor on them.
I need very specific armor so I can move fast. So, god damn it, let's look for some scraps.
All right. Hey, we got to check down that hole over there. There might be more of these guys.
Oh. Hey. I have an idea. Put your fucking gun in there and just shoot.
Well, what if there's good stuff down there?
Well, I'm going to take a look with my sensors before I shoot down there. Just in case that's a treasure trove.
Okay. You start and you kind of walk up there and you check off the sensors there. Scan down with some infrared, and you're picking up body heat in there for sure.
Body heat.
Uh-oh.
Am I able to tell how many of them are down there?
It seems to be requiring a roll for read sensory output. Read your sensory information there.
That makes sense. 1 second.
And I'm gonna radio over. I'm like as I'm like looking through some dead corpses and shit. I'm gonna radio over and say, just remember, there may be some survivors from that shuttle, so they may be stowed away there.
All right, read sensory equipment. I have as 40. I rolled a 65.
And by body heat,
So I mean, it's just kind of red.
by body heat, he means a VHS tape of the 1981 movie.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah, it's like I'm picking up this weird like VHS movie, some kind of noir thriller.
Yeah, just at the nudie parts. So I'm just gonna sit here until the tape warps.
That's why you're sensing body heat so hot in there.
My sensors detect titties.
I also detect boobies. All right. So there is body heat, but you're not able to determine how many or whatever. But there's definitely you're getting above 95 degrees of something down in this pit or hole or whatever.
95 degrees.
I'm not even sure if there's maybe just animals that are down here, like more of those like cows that they were herding around. We might need somebody a little stealthier to go down there.
Down there, they would have come out.
Hey, Keys, can you put your hands over the hole and maybe do some fire down there in case it's gonna attack us? We need to yell down there.
Keys, are you maybe able to use your? Do you have telepathy?
What do you think I am? Some kind of psychic?
Well, yeah.
Well, that's true.
You're just a twisted fire stalker.
You want telepathy, huh?
Well, my apologies,
need to
Keys. I
read
thought all
my
psychics had telepathy.
Look, some of
As
us
long as
are
you're
better
thinking
at
about
blowing
fire,
people up.
he can sense it. But other than that, no, not really.
Here, hold
Look,
on.
I can block telepathy.
Hmm.
I don't want people reading my thoughts.
Not a bad
But,
skill to have.
But what I can tell you is this.
Hold on.
If there's a fire down there.
I got sense evil.
Hmm?
Okay.
Can you do some of that, Tombs?
Yeah. I mean, it's specifically
Alright.
like supernatural creatures.
I was gonna say, sense
Yes.
evil. Isn't evil kind of just a concept?
I mean, if
Relative,
we
right?
want to get all semantic with it, but I can at least detect if there's like more broadkill in there, right?
Right. So it like the way that this one works is there actually is, capital E evil, where things that are from other dimensions or are not native to this plane or are from specific dimensions that, have already been pre-categorized as evil, then they set off the Geiger counter as baddies. So
Okay.
demons and monsters and all shit like that will ping as evil. But if you just have like, you're just a shitty guy, or you're like a puppy killer, I don't think that necessarily fires off the supernatural evil.
Okay.
So after Tomb says that, as if it's my idea. Hey, can you sense evil by any chance? Why don't you sense evil down there?
All right. Now, would the broadkill register as evil?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So
All right. Exactly. So you fire off your sensors and you're like, nim, 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 where are the evil? Nim, nim, nim. And you actually don't detect any coming out of the pit. You do seem to detect some evil in the general direction of here, where this radar ping is.
over there. Over there. Not down there, but over there.
Oh, I think one of them's still alive.
All right.
Can I load up the? Actually, no. I'll it looks like they kind of got it covered. If you can just blow this shit out of the general area. Oh.
So Komodo kind of heads over there, and as he does, he is basically confronted by the who was kind of like out, sort of. He was, staying invisible under the idea, kind of sneak away or whatever. But now the jig is up, and he's been spotted, or I guess sensed by Muskrat. So he like brings down his cloaking shield and is going to engage you in the old fight arena. Oh shit, where is it? Oops, I'm on the wrong page. You bad guys. Just a second. There we go.
Go right over there.
Need a villain for you. I need something that looks right. You know what I mean? So let me get some kind of villain.
Get over here now.
Anyway, it'll be an initiative, and everyone gets the roll, but it's Komodo who's like right there in it, so he's going to kind of be the first person to sort of deal with everything. But let me get an initiative roll from everybody, and then Komodo, right in front of you, this guy is going to appear right here.
Okay.
Oh.
Is that the black circle? Oh, right there. I see him. Okay. Initiative 14 plus 4. I got 18.
You keep the number until I call you. Keep the number until I call you.
Oh, my bad.
No problem.
I got excited.
Hey, as you do.
Dude, I'm playing riffs after fucking 25 years. That's pretty exciting.
It's taken for fucking ever. All right, going around the horn here with Komodo. What do you have for your initiative, sir?
19.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. All right, well, that's serious business. Okay, and then Keys, what do you have?
5.
Not a problem. All right, Razor, what do you got?
18.
Oh, man, so the power armor actually got you beat there. And Muskrat Tombs.
I got 18 as well.
Holy smokes! So you and Razor can basically determine who wants to go where when it's your turn. Okay,
Yeah,
guys.
it's gonna come in handy. All right.
All right. So Komodo, you're up. You've got this, this thing that was like sensed in front of you, and then boom, he appears right in front of you. But you've already got your weapon out. You've already got your targeting sensors and computers up. Your attack, sir.
Okay. So I don't want to deafen Tombs, who's pretty close by to me. So I think I might just punch a motherfucker instead.
There we go. Hey. Sometimes you just gotta fucking pop out and let a motherfucker know.
All right. Ooh, that might be a miss. That is a 3 on the die.
Well, do you have bonuses for melee?
You
just
should
need
have
to
a
roll
bunch
it.
of bonuses for striking. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I have +6 to punch.
Oh,
that sounds about right.
So that'd be about 9.
9. Yeah,
9?
you hit.
All right. So, well, no, he has a successful incoming attack. So the Brokill sees that coming, and he throws up his arm to parry that. So he's able to block your first punch there. All right. Muskrat and Razor. Who wants to go?
I'll go. I'm close by. I'm gonna fire at him with my energy rifle.
Okay.
Now that's a D20 first.
A D20, yeah.
16.
Nice. All right. So to avoid getting hit, he has to dodge. All right. He tries to dodge and fails. You blast his ass. Roll some damage.
Nice.
All right. 6.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So a laser beam just goes sizzling right past Komodo and nails this guy right in the side, and it's like cooking his ultra dense hide. It burns him, but it doesn't blast a hole or anything through him. So these things are incredibly tough, MDC monsters. But you're still damaging his ass for sure. Okay, Razor, you're up.
So I'm gonna go and hide. I'm gonna zoom over here real fast with my juicer-esque speed,
Sure.
and I'm hiding behind the rubble. If you can see me right here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna take a pop shot at him.
Okay.
Aim shot.
Okay.
So that'll take up 2 of my actions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm aiming, and I get bonuses for aim shots. Let me see what I get for aim shots.
+4, I think. +3.
+3. Yeah, +3. +3. Ooh, 19 + 3, 22.
All right, same. He's got to try to dodge, and he's not going to dodge again, and you nail him. So, were you aiming at his head or his main body? Like, where
His
were you
head.
aiming?
His head.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage.
So what? 3d6.
For your juicer rifle, yes.
Yeah, 3d6. 3 + 1 + 6 damage.
Oh damn!
All right.
I
Same
fucked
thing.
up. I sorry. I only rolled 1d6. It was 3d6 for me, right?
Ooh.
Laser rifle, that probably sounds right, but a pistol is probably 6, but I'm not going to throw any extra damage your way. I'm sorry.
Okay. Damn.
No, it's all good. We'll retcon that. What do you need, babe? Oh, it's under there. My son is looking for his bead set. All right, so we'll retcon that in just a second.
Okay.
Dealing with Razor's damage, same thing. Another 6 points of damage, so it hits him in the head, but it just kind of like burns along his face and along his ear. It's not enough to like burn through his body. Going back to Muskrat, do you want to retroactively roll another 2d6 of damage?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
So 7.
Okay. Same thing, only it's kind of a larger burn patch on his side. It doesn't like puncture his body or melt him, but you've got like you've singed his hide on 2 different areas there.
Okay.
All right, so he snarls and he kind of flashes these metal-looking claws. And he takes a swipe at Komodo, trying to tear apart the chest plate of your armor.
Oh shit.
Right, that is a 14.
Oh.
You're options are: you can parry it in your armor, you can fight him and block it, you can dodge, which will cost you an attack, or you can just eat it. And if
I'll
you
try
do,
and
you know,
dodge it.
Can you roll
Okay.
with it too?
Wait, is parry
It
different than
hits you,
dodge in
you
this?
can roll with it, and that will take half of the damage off. If you parry it, it doesn't cost you any an action. You have a free parry. If you dodge, it will cost you an action.
I will parry.
What is the
Yeah.
difference between parrying and dodging?
So a parrying is blocking it. So if it's a attack, you can parry it. If it's a ranged attack, you cannot parry it. You can only dodge.
Oh,
Yeah. So only certain like Jedi Knight level characters can parry a ranged attack.
is parrying just using your melee skill instead of dodge?
Yes, parry is a separate skill from dodge and is blocking an incoming attack. Dodging,
Mm.
you can dodge a melee attack, you can dodge a ranged attack, and you can dodge all of them at once. If you're getting shot by multiple guys, you can make one giant dodge to get away from everybody.
Oh shit! I didn't realize I actually have a good parry.
Yeah, usually there'll be a separate skill, and think of it like you've been boxing, right? So you've got the ability to kind of like, handle some of the stuff. Then if a fucking grenade falls next to you, that's going to be a different skill. That's going to be how quickly can I jump the hell out of the way? And so you'll have
Right.
a different kind of set of skills for dodging stuff. So a character like Razor, his dodge is going to be fucking ridiculous because he's hyped on these super drugs, he's hyper alert, and so he
Right.
dodges in a way that you guys can't imagine. He automatically dodges, right?
Right.
He doesn't cost him an attack when he's dodging melee attacks and shit like that. He's got an automatic dodge. It's not as good as his regular dodge, but it automatically happens for him. And then if he wants to sacrifice an attack, he can make a more aggressive super jump out of the way that's a much higher bonus to dodge.
Right.
Okay, so meanwhile, he makes a 14 to try to hit you, Komodo, but you're going to parry that, and then you roll to parry, right?
Right. I am rolling now.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20.
Well, shit. So you absolutely block his arm, boom, and it just stuns his arm freezing it in midair. And that is going to roll us to keys.
So I was, fiddling around with this guy's body. Did I find any weapons on the guy, the fallen gentleman that I'm buying?
Yes, you did, but I need to have a detect concealment roll to determine what you find.
Detect concealment. Okie doke. Sorry, I'm just looking for my skills. I may not have detect concealment. I do not have detect concealment.
Give me a roll against 35%.
Alrighty. Womp womp, 65.
So what you do find is in his hand he has a very large kind of vibro machete looking thing.
Ooh. Vibro machete, and it's not attached to him, right?
No. It's just he was holding it in his hand, and he was going to use it to try to slash you, Jason Voorhees style.
Well, so what I'm going to do then is
1d8 mega damage is how much it does.
1d8 mega damage. Now I'm assuming I'm not really proficient with such a weapon, but it looks
and
cool.
and it's big. This thing for you, these are giant 9-foot monsters, right? So for him, it's machete size. For you, it's like the fucking sword, right? And so you've got to take two hands to kind of wield it, and it's very powerful. So until you have training, you would have a minus to attack with it.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick it up, put it into the hover cycle cargo, and then I'm going to get onto the hover cycle and start positioning to assist them.
Okay. Sounds good. So you're going to use your attack to basically kind of like stow this piece of equipment onto the hover cycle.
Exactly.
I like it. Okay, Komodo, you're back up.
All right. I'm gonna try and punch a motherfucker. Actually, it looks like my kick might be a little bit more effective than my punch, so I think I might just kick them.
With your little spikes. Foot spikes.
Exactly. And you also have like these, anchor spikes that kind of go with your kick. So as you're kicking him, it's like this laser kind of fires off with your foot, like a Gundam or something.
Yeah.
So it does a little extra
Oh.
damage.
All right, so I will try and kick him.
You're now
Nice.
stuck to the guy.
All right, that's a little better. That is a 15 plus
All right.
9, it looks like.
So he's going to try to block that out of the way, and he is able to actually, use both of his hands and kind of knock your glitter boy kick up and out of the way.
Well, he's
Muskrat or
running
Razor.
out of actions.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't a dodge, but it is keeping him, from being able to settle in and attack you. Muskrat or Razor, who wants to go?
I'll fire on him again.
All right.
Do you mind if I go this time?
Yeah, go for it, Razor.
Or do you want to go?
No,
Okay.
you're good.
So
Well, it's better if Muskrat
Okay.
goes to use up more of his dodges, and then you get in there to do some crazy damage.
all right, that sounds good.
Mm,
Yeah, try
someone
that.
is-
Muskrat.
Was getting clever.
Yeah. All right. So I got a 15.
All right, so for the psychic he once again has to try to dodge out of the way of that blast, and he fails, and you nail him again. This is 3d6 this time.
All right. Let's see here.
Fuck him up.
Time to die. Oh wait, hold on. That was 3d20.
Oh, that's 3d20. That's dope, but it should be 3d6.
Yeah. 8.
There was a crit in there too. God
20
damn.
damage.
All right, so you're nailing him, and it's almost like he's got parts of his flesh now that are burnt like coal carbonized, where you've hit him with the laser. Like it's actually completely charred on his flesh.
Love to see it.
Razor, take your shot.
Okay. So I'm pulling out my vibroblades from behind the rubble. I'm running up the rubble of the overpass as fast as I can, jumping in the air, jumping out, and I'm making an aimed attack for his fucking neck. I get 2 attacks.
I like it. Give me let me see how I want to do that. Let me see, because I want you running up the rubble. I'd like to see.
So what do you want me to roll?
Climbing check. Roll against your climbing.
Oh, my climbing is great.
I'm
I
sure
got
it is.
80%. Yeah. That's like my best stat. So oh yeah, 37.
Nice.
So yeah, you're able to. You don't even have to use your hands. You're able to run up with just the tips of your toes across all of the rubble onto the kind of crumbled
Nice to be
overpass,
here with my,
and
my
you go
sword,
sprinting
like,
across it at. Go ahead.
and each one does 2d6, so I can roll for each attack, right?
Yes, this is a paired attack you're doing.
Yeah, so I'll roll for each one.
Paired weapon attack. Yeah.
My
Okay.
first
so you're
one-
using 2 attacks to do it. Okay.
11 plus it says 2 attack. Is it 2 attacks? Is that how it works? Or is it 2 attacks for 1 action?
Yeah. So you would roll 2 attacks. So like you got your paired weapons, you're jumping up there, and then you're gonna roll one for your left arm and one for your right arm. You know what I mean?
Okay. So with that, it's where's my stats for that? Skills, let me see. Sorry. My skill, what's the bonus for that? I'm trying to find the bonus for it. God damn it. Am I cutting
Attack with
out?
paired weapons is
No,
probably
you're-
+1. It's probably +1.
Oh, wait, hold on. It's almost okay. Energy paired weapons. Yeah, +1. Okay. So I rolled 13 plus 1, so 14.
Okay. And then you
My
can go ahead
first
and roll for
one?
the second one if you want to.
Roll the second one. Okay.
Sure.
17 plus 1, 18. And that would be
not
46
bad.
total. If I hit.
No, we don't need a total. These are two. So the first one, he's gonna try to parry,
What's up?
and you hit it. So that hits. The second one, he tries to parry again, and you hit him with the second one. So both of your vibroblade attacks hit. You come jumping off the thing, and you're just able to stab this dude
All
two
right.
times. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
First one. 8 for the first attack.
Okay.
Second attack, 6.
I like it. Okay. And I want to check something here. Okay. So because you're attacking him,
That's
right?
going
Like you
for his
basically have jumped and you're stabbing this
neck.
dude in the head or neck. Okay. So there's a
Yeah.
chance, there's a percentage chance here that you're gonna do damage sign. So I'm gonna roll here. I'm gonna let you see it. I'm gonna say that there's 25% chance that you sever his spine. No, you don't. But you have stabbed this dude, you're on his neck, right? So you're still on this dude's back, being able to stab him when it comes back around to your attacks. All right. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's his attack now, and he's freaking out. He's got you on his back, like, doing all this stuff. So he's gonna try to like grapple you and try to pull you off of his back, and then by doing so, like slam you into the ground like a razor's edge.
Okay.
Razor's Edge.
So he's gonna make a roll to kind of you. So this is going to be a 17.
Grapple.
So you can parry this or
Ooh.
you can dodge it.
I can what?
Parry or dodge?
You can parry this by basically kind of like trying to block his attempt to grapple you, or you can use your auto dodge, right, where you have your drugs kick in and you sense it coming. You can kind of make a mediocre dodge, or you can fully dodge, where you will like let go of him and basically like spring off of him, avoiding his attack.
Well, yeah, for dodge is +2 and parry's +2, so the bonuses are the same for me. If I do the
I
full
think
one,
for the
there's no
auto
bonuses, right?
dodge,
It's
I
just
think you have a different. I think you have a smaller bonus for your auto dodge. I believe that's how that works.
I'm sorry, my audio is cutting out. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, so Juicer has two flavors of dodging. He has his automatic dodge, which is a smaller bonus, but it doesn't cost you any actions. And then you have regular dodge,
Mhm.
which costs you actions, but should have a giant bonus.
Okay. I don't know where that's on my sheet. See,
Well, it's probably under
dodge.
your OCC for auto dodge.
Yeah, I don't see it. Hand-to-hand martial arts. Parry 2, dodge 2. What's that roll? PLP and magic, perception. I don't know where it's at. Where it would be, honestly.
Let
See.
me see if I can find it here real quick.
Oh, bonus dice roll for speed. Sonics for speed. Yeah, I don't
It's going to
know.
be in the book here. Just a minute.
Okay, sorry. Some of the stuff
All right,
isn't
but
on
this
here,
is
so I
something.
don't know.
This would be something you want to keep because
I gotta
that's
write down.
kind of one of the user's special thing is he has these two flavors of dodge. He has the one that costs him actions,
Okay.
and he has the one that his drugs provide to him. So let me try
All
to
right.
find it here. I have to use the ebook here, so I'm scrolling through, guys. Sorry.
You're good.
All good.
Auto dodge +2, juicer dodge.
Juicer dodge. That's it.
I'm just writing it down. I don't know what it says though.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy. Juice or dodge.
Give me a piece of paper.
I mean, I could just do +2 and figure out later on. Just do +2 for now.
Yeah, it's killing it.
I'll
Yeah.
just do auto
We'll
dodge
do.
for now. Yeah.
No, because that's the same as
Auto
your
dodge
regular
+2.
dodge, which is
Oh,
really
it
low.
is.
So just do +1.
Oh, okay. Oh man. 14 + 1, 15.
All right. No. So he's able to grab you and kind of slam you into the ground.
Okay.
Aha. And this will be body flip throw. Body flip throw. Okay, got it. So this is an interesting one. So he throws you onto the ground and you slam with such force, right, that it actually like rattles your body inside of your MDC armor. You take some SDC damage from
Oh shit, really? Okay, how much?
you take 34 points of SDC damage.
Okay, that's not bad. Because I got 323, so
But I mean, again, like he threw you hard enough where you're like squishing
yeah.
inside of your armor.
Yeah. That's oof. You said 34?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
All right, Keys, you're up.
Okie dokie. So I see all this going on. The dude's still up.
Yes.
Right.
He's up. He's
So
got
I'm
Komodo in
gonna.
front of him, like throwing and kicking, and then he had Razor on his back, spiked him into the ground like Razor Ramon.
So it feels like to me that shooting at them would have a higher chance of hitting my friends almost. You know, I've
There
got
is a
kind of two
giant
of them.
cluster of stuff going on, so you're gonna have some big minuses to hit just that guy, unless you
Right.
really take your time and really aim and basically burn 2 attacks doing this.
So what I'm gonna do instead is actually no, you said I can take 2 attacks to aim? Okay.
Yes.
I'll do that. Where am I? I can't see myself anymore.
Let me zoom out and I'll ping you. Give me just a minute. And then you are back here, kind of by this area here.
Oh, it's because I'm a little blocked. Okay. So I'm just gonna move a little bit closer to get a better angle on the fight. Like probably
Okay.
there. Okay, and then what I'll do is I'm gonna spend 2 actions to shoot the laser rifle from my hover cycle.
Okay.
So from that, so that one does. Let me see here. It's only 1d6 mega damage, but it has a lot of shots. So I take a shot. One moment. Ooh.
Oh, PP.
Boo! And it's I only got a 5.
Shoot. So yeah, it just kind of sails off into the distance, and unfortunately, just he was moving around too much between throwing off Razor and trying to dodge the kicks from Komodo. He was just too squirrely of a target for you.
And I'm just gonna go like, take him down, boys.
You got it, boys. All right, Komodo, you're up, boss.
All right, I'm going to try and kick a motherfucker again.
Field goal punt.
All right, that's a nat 17 on the die, so I think
Nice.
that will hit unless he's able to dodge or
One.
parry.
So he's going to try to parry that again. He critically fails. So he does not parry, and you absolutely peg this dude. And and roll your damage, and I'm going to give him a chance that it knocks him over. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Hold on, I do not have a D4 here. I'm gonna have to grab one.
No problem.
I should have one in my dice cup. 1 second. All right, so it's 2 D4s of mega damage.
All right.
So he's gonna take 4 mega damage.
And then he has, I'm going to say, a 50% chance of being knocked over because of his failure to parry. Boom. He is knocked prone onto his back.
Sweet.
All right. Muskrat or Razor. So you see literally Komodo just kick a motherfucker, and he falls, boom, right flat on his back. So Razor, you're on the ground after being slammed, and Muskrat, you've got your rifle out, and you can get a shot on this dude while he's on the ground. It's up to you guys who wants to go first.
That makes sense that you go first just thematically, Andrew.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him. Go for the head.
All right.
So
You're making a called shot to the head?
yeah.
Called shot to the head is going to be a minus. I believe it's 8.
Okay.
But if you hit, you're going to do like critical damage to him. So go ahead and roll it.
All right. 16.
Oh my God. So he is flat on his back. He is unable to really dodge. And you shoot him right in the head. Go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. 9.
I like it. So I'm actually going to double that, and I'm going to call that 18 points of damage. All right. So you hit him in the face with 18 points of mega damage, and basically it kind of like melts
God.
away his lower jaw and kind of face and cheek.
Excellent.
Fuck yeah.
Right. And he's like, writhing in pain, and like squealing and gurgling sounds are kind of coming out and stuff like that.
Hell
Okay.
yes.
And
yeah.
just so you know, I looked up. I calculated my bonuses for the juicer dodge. I don't get a normal dodge. My normal dodge is +2. For my juicer dodge, it's only +1 plus my PP bonus, which is +1, so it's still +2
PP bonus.
at level
PP
1.
bonus.
At level PP bonus, but at level 2, I get another +1, so it'll be +3.
Additional PP bonus. I like it. Okay.
PP.
Full PP bonus.
Yeah, +3.
You are up.
So I do the Chinese springboard thing up. And then
Yeah.
yes, Jackie Chan style. And then I turn around and I jump in the air with both swords coming down right in his chest, well, right in his head. Boom.
Okay. I like it. Another called shot, which I like. Give me
Okay.
another attack. -8. But if you hit, you do critical damage.
Oh, fucking, where'd you go? No, I missed that. God damn it. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Not even gonna worry about the damage. You slice his head clean off at the neck. Boom! Like coming down like a paper cutter. Boom! And you just take his head clean off.
Fuck yeah.
Cut his head smooth
All right.
off.
So it's kind of rolling around triumphantly, and the body kind of spasms around. A bunch of crazy roadkill blood squirts out a little bit, and then after a while, it all ceases.
Whoa. Juicer style.
Excellent work, user style. All right. Well, you guys got rid of that last one. Your sense evil is still on, right? So you're kind of sensing evil, and just the evil that's coming from the middle of you, Muskrat. You're not picking up any other evil frequencies.
All right, I think we're good.
And my juicer abilities are doing their thing and restructuring my tissue fibers and bones and
Yeah.
giving me back my SDC, my natural SDC.
So I believe there's like a certain amount of like healing you can just spend if you want
Hey,
to roll
could you
those
guys turn
dice
off your
now. You can,
Wi-Fi
and that's
on your phone?
exactly what happened.
What?
Say that again.
Oh, I think he's talking to his family.
Oh, okay. But meanwhile,
I'm having them turn off their phones.
So
Wi-Fi. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Meanwhile, so Keys, you see this guy get his head chopped off. Komodo, you see, satisfyingly this dude is clipped like a cigar. And then Muskrat, your sensor is kind of out, and you're feeling, oh, it's gone. Like, yep, sounds like we've cleared the slate, boys.
This house is clear.
Absolutely.
Muskrat, go towards the light.
In
What
tiny
did I miss?
medium. Oh, just a
I
great
missed something.
reference.
My audio cut out.
Oh, I
Oh,
just said this
okay.
house is clear, like in Poltergeist.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
but the timing was a chef's kiss. It was
It was
great.
perfect.
All right, so
Great, great.
again, this area now is just the regular dead. And again, you have kind of this hole in the ground that was giving off body heat radiation, and that's kind of where we are again. But now you've killed the last broadkill.
I'm gonna hover
And
over.
then just to recap for you guys, real quick. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. The red X's are the dead bodies, and then this one here was some kind of humanoid, uh, uh, raider who had body armor and regular weapons. He was not a broadkill.
This is high drama.
Mm.
So the guy we just killed, was he like a bigger dude with an axe in his hand?
No, that one got blown in half over in this area here.
I'm gonna go look over there and see if the axe survived.
Sure. So go ahead and head over there and give me a detect concealment check if you have it. If not, roll against 30%.
All right, detect concealment. I do not believe I have that one, but let me just double check. No. So you said beat a 30%?
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, hold on. That is a 14.
Yeah. So you're able to find it. You see the hilt of it kind of sticking up, and you also see kind of a dismembered broadkill arm sort of still attached to it. And you find a very large vibro axe.
Sweet. Am I actually able to use that axe while in my armor?
Yeah. You can.
All right, I will
It's gonna be
keep that
hard if you
axe
don't have a
with
way
me.
to stow it on you, but you can just carry it in your hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Just
There you
And
go. So you just
I'll
have this axe, and you literally look like a man of war cover now.
yeah,
Hell
I'll return to
yeah.
the party and I'll be like,
Lightning
well,
strikes it.
and I just kind of hold up this axe kind of triumphantly, like, you know, I think I'm going to do better when I engage these fuckers in melee next time.
Look like a Sega Genesis cover, just power armor and a fucking axe like dripping blood. Absolutely.
hell
Man.
yeah,
Shit.
Komodo.
I just cast like call
Yeah.
lightning just for the moment.
just for picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not really. I'm low on PPE.
Oh, save your magic energies.
Yeah.
Okay. So situation is now, you've tracked that down. There are the other bodies kind of strewn all over the area. What would you guys like to do?
Two things.
Me. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Two things. One, try to herd the animals that have escaped. And two, start looting bodies.
We do need to
Get
check
ya.
out
All right.
that.
You don't happen to have like
The
an animal
manhole.
husbandry skill or anything, do you, Keys?
Oh, I'm not married to them, but I'll let me take a look.
Did we ever see what was in the basement? That little hatch?
We haven't yet.
Yeah, that's what I want to check out.
We got sidetracked because me trying to check it out discovered that hidden broodkill.
Right. I have
Right.
wild survival. That's the closest I've got
Wilderness
to
survival.
animal husbandry.
Animal husbandry is its own skill.
Right.
And I'm going to say it's going to be very difficult for you to like gather up cattle without it. So give me a
weren't there,
roll,
like,
but this is a hard one.
Farmers? Weren't there like
Say
scattered
that again?
guys? Weren't there like scattered dudes that were looking after the farm animals? Maybe I can round up one of those guys and say, "Hey, get the animals."
They were Simvan warriors, so they were kind of members of this raiding.
Right.
I don't know if they would necessarily see you as an ally or someone to take any kind of orders from.
Right. Well, in that case, just normal looting of the bodies.
Sure, sure. Do you have to detect concealment?
No, but I have. Let's see, jury rig, which I took as my kind of like meddle around with, gear and stuff kind of skill. And yeah, that's my main one there.
Okay, I'll allow that as a way to like find stuff to salvage. Okay, what is your jury rig skill?
A jury rig is at 35.
Okay, so at a 25% skill, I'm giving you a -10 penalty. This will be to check for stuff that you can salvage around, things that you've recognized that you've jury rigged in the past, or you know how to jury rig. You're looking for those like base components.
Right.
Okay, go ahead and give me a check against 25.
All right. We'll do 100. 34.
Damn. So you do find a couple of components. One, you find the armor, on this dead fella here. You find that a few of the Simvan dudes who got obliterated had very kind of roughly put together laser rifles. They're very low quality, but there are laser rifles, and they do have energy clips that are essentially will fit a northern gun weapon if anybody has gun weapons. Yes, no, maybe.
Sorry, one
What?
more time. You cut out for that.
Oh, sorry. You find some like piecemeal laser rifles that have northern gun energy clips.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard that part, but then it sounded like you said something like kind of like under
It
your
was more
breath. Like,
shit. It was more flowery, but that's what you find.
oh, okay. So, yeah. So, how many of those rifles?
I could recognize weapon quality.
Go ahead and give me a recognition there, Andy.
All right. It's a 40%. Nah, 68.
You can't really tell. It's kind of homemade, so you don't recognize a lot of the enclosures and a lot of the markings on them. But you do find 5 of them.
5 of the laser guns.
What do I find? I'm sorry.
Five energy clip.
Energy clips. Okay, great.
The audio is really bad on my end. I'm sorry. Okay, one more time.
How about anyone else? Is everyone else having audio issues?
No, I've been able to hear you.
My audio is
So,
really bad. Like it's my connection.
I'm hearing you okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Keys was able to find 5 energy clips.
And then
Energy
for
clips,
the
okay.
hastily thrown together laser guns, is that also 5 of them as well?
No, you find 2 of them.
2 laser guns and 5 clips. Okay.
One
So what do I find in
clips, one guy
scraps
had
for my armor? I need to find scraps.
Okay. So, how are you going to search? Do you have detect
Well,
consent or jury rig?
here's the thing. The reason why I attacked that brood kill's head was mostly to salvage his armor and his chest.
Okay.
Mm.
So his flesh is what is MDC about him. He's an MDC creature. So if you'd like, you could,
Okay.
like skin him.
That'd be
Yeah, it
cool.
won't make very good armor.
Just do it Revenant style.
Wear brood kill skin. It still has
It'll
like
be better
tattoos
than what
on
you
it.
got now. Or there's this fella here. He was a humanoid. He was some kind of DB, and he was wearing MDC armor. He also did get blasted to pieces though, so it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. All right. So, that's the only one with surviving. Well, the only humanoid that's not a brood kill with armor that's destroyed. That's the only one.
Yes, it's not destroyed. It's just he was killed in it, so it has damage to it.
Okay. Well, I'll take whatever it is, the chest piece and armor, like the gauntlets and shit, and pauldrons and
I need a check roll of some kind. I need either a jury rig or a detect conceal. There might be more stuff out there.
Okay, so what I have is I don't have any of that.
Damn. All right, give me a check against 25%.
Okay. 71.
Dang, not able to find very much else. It's just kind of a collection of dead bodies in various stages of being blasted apart by boom gun or laser rifle.
And I'm feeling bummed about my armor more than anything else. I'm like, guys, I just want to go home. I got attacked by a pterodactyl claws and
You can
those
press some happy
weird
pills
bald
button on
dude.
your breastplate there.
What's that?
You can press some happy pills buttons on your breastplate and it'll release a bunch of Xanax into your system so you calm down a little bit.
Okay, go say that's better. Well, guys, I mean, aren't you hungry? Shouldn't we go back home?
We should investigate that manhole down there. We didn't detect
I'm
any
eating a
evil down
triple.
there,
What do
so
you mean hungry?
there might be some good stuff to loot. I might have a
Yeah,
hard time fitting down there, so other people might have to go down.
Keys.
okay. Oh, I just went over towards it, the hatch, and I lifted up with my strength.
Right. So you lift the
I
hatch
just
up. It's
rip it
on. It's not even on like hinges. It's just like a manhole cover. It's just a metal grate that's kind of thrown over the top
Cut
of
out.
this
God
pit,
damn it.
and it's very heavy because you have an incredible physical strength. You're able to pull this thing up. But if you weren't as incredibly buff as you were, it would require like power armor or a roadkill in order. But you pull
Oh
it up
shit, we're
and you
about to find the
see
Ninja Turtles.
a very kind of like frazzled figure, kind of disheveled, bloodied, scratches and cuts all over the head and body, but it seems to be a humanoid.
I go, hey, are you
You
okay there,
alive?
little buddy?
And you just hear kind of a continuous murmuring sound, like someone is saying something over and over again.
And I go, I just reach my hand in there slowly, like showing a gesture of goodwill.
Goodwill, right? So like, hey, like the double thumbs up, Fonzie.
Yeah.
And you see this figure is like just disheveled and kind of bloodied and sort of rocking back and forth in like a catatonic state.
I'll wander
Are they
over to the
wearing
manhole.
any like sort?
One at a time.
Go ahead.
I was saying,
Sorry.
I was just saying I'm wandering over to the manhole cover, so I'm actually there with you guys.
Okay. So you kind of
Um,
wander over there,
what kind of clothes?
keys, and you can see, he's Razor's pulled this thing off, and you can see it like, "Hey, you okay down there?" Messaging to the whoever's down there.
Holy shit! Is it just one person, or can I see any other people?
You just see one person, and it's like they're kind of like, in like position, on their bottom, just kind of rocking and forth, kind of murmuring.
You the
Are
guy with the
you
crash ship?
Armstrong?
And you just hear them kind of saying, Captain's log started at 1844. Captain's log started at 1844. And they're just kind of like saying this continuous sentence over and over and over again.
Okay.
Drop a grenade. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Put him out of his misery. No. Is there like a staircase down this way?
No,
Or is there
no.
a ladder?
It's just a pit. It's about 10 feet deep.
Oh, okay.
What is he wearing? Or she, whatever.
They, from what you can tell, are like it's kind of tattered because it looks like they've been, slapped around by the broadkill. But they seem to be wearing some kind of like, unitard sort of clothing. It's one piece of clothing, but it's ripped and torn. The upper part is sort of tan or beige colored, and the bottom part is black.
I jump down into the hole with them.
Okay.
And I go up to them and I go to hug them. And I pat them on the back. I go,
Oh, cut out. What did you say?
Yeah, you cut out,
oh,
dude.
I just put my arm around them.
I lost-
Hello?
Yeah.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, but we just couldn't
Can you
hear
hear me?
what you actually said to
Okay.
them. You're like,
So
I
I put
hugged
my
them
arm
and I
around
say,
them. And I say, hey, it's okay there, little buddy. We got you. We got your back.
All right. And let's see what happens. Let's let some dice
and I'm
spin.
like, Razor, that might be a DB.
All right. So what do you want me to roll?
And so again, they're
America.
just kind of like stuck in this loop of rocking back and forth, and happens law start at 81.4441, and like they just keep saying it over and over again. All right. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, sorry, my Wi-Fi is being really bad right now. We should everything. I don't know what's going on.
Let's take a 10-minute bio break, everybody. Is that cool?
Yeah, that sounds like a
Oh,
good
shall.
idea.
What's that?
10-minute break. Cool. I'm gonna have a drink
Yeah.
and have a smoke, and we'll take a 10-minute break, and we'll be right back. All right, Andrew?
Sound good to me.
Okay.
Next
All right.
time on Dragon
Okay.
Ball Z.
Okay. Sounds good.
10 minutes.
Yep.
Let's walk into. Oh my god.
All right. We're rolling.
All right.
No
So
more shit.
you
Yeah.
have this catatonic DB down there who's just kind of mumbling to himself. You guys are able to salvage a little bit of stuff, and you've got that guy who was basically melted in his armor. You can take those pieces off of it, and if you get back to the Citadel, I'm sure someone can come together out of that.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm hugging the guy. I'm trying to console the guy.
He's unconsolable.
All right. So let's try to take him with us.
Okay.
So I want to like extend my hand out, put his hand into my hand, and like gently pull him towards me.
Sure. Make a roll. All right. So he kind of once he actually makes contact with you and like feels a human touch, it kind of snaps him out for a second, and he stops for a minute. And he kind of looks. He's very dazed, but you can see he's like actually makes eye contact with you. Kind of nods and is like, yes.
Now,
And then holding his hand, I put my hand on top of his. I go, "Hey, it's all good. We're gonna take you home."
Now, am I able to take off just the helmet portion of my armor, or do I have to take the whole thing out to get out of it?
I'm gonna say that you've got to take the whole thing off.
Okay, because if it was one of those things like if I could take like the face mask off, I would show him that I'm like a regular dude underneath all that. But to kind of calm him down a little bit. But that's okay.
Yeah, no, he can stay freaked the fuck out.
now, I've got calling. Can I and I can send a telepathic message to him. Can I possibly like do that to calm him down? Like chill him out? Like just to be like, hey, everything's fine. Like everything's fine. Like, cause sends a telepathic message to a specific individual. Maybe that's not the one. There was another one I was thinking about too. Compulsion? No. Never mind.
You could, you have some magics that you could use.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna turn to Muskrat and I'm gonna go. I never thought Razor 12 would be so gentle.
Loot can be deceiving.
You
Can you bring him up here?
And I give you a sharp gaze, and I go, "I'm giving him the care I never had."
Aww.
Wounded hero. Oh dear. All right, I like it.
Can you bring him out of that hole?
I sure. Is there a ladder going down to the hole?
No. This the DBs were like powerful enough where they could just kind of jump
Okay.
out of there, so they didn't really care.
Well, it's like 10 feet deep, right? Okay. So I bring him towards the closest wall, and I jump out, like just jump straight up. I could jump like 20 feet high, 30 feet high, and I just grab him by the hands, grab his hands. I extend my hands out to him for him to like reach out his hands to me.
You should maybe
Right.
like embrace him so that you don't rip his arms out of the sockets.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
I jumped up. I'm putting my arms down into the hole. I'm like extending my hands to him so he could grab mine.
Okay.
All right. Well, you're kind of reaching down there, and he gets the writing on the wall, and he tries to jump up, and you're able to grab him and kind of pull him up out of there.
Yeah. I'm strong.
Good.
And I'm
Good.
gonna
So
give
yeah,
him
you
a
pull the
wide
disc
berth.
out, and
What's that?
yeah, you can see that this guy is he's obviously very disheveled, and he's covered in scars and bruises, all kinds of muck. So he's been in there for a hot second.
And I say, when you've lived what I've lived through, you get a different perspective on pain and suffering. And I put my arm
And he
around
just
him.
kind of he looks at you quizzically, and he's kind of like looking around the area. Seems like he's looking around for something or someone.
I go, hey, what's up, man? Let us know what you need.
And I say to him, I try and be as least menacing as possible. I can assure you, I mean you no harm. We are here to help you, friend.
assure you, a come in peace, giant gun robot.
With the
So,
giant
he,
axe and gun.
So he's gonna roll
I'm
against
not
that
trying to
horror
kill
factor
you.
for that.
So I put the gun
he's
down,
kind
but
of
it's
like,
mounted to my shoulder.
he's pretty stunned by you, and he's kind of like moved away from your general.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? And I go like this. I'm kind of like feeling around my vest, and I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna grab like, a protein dust Snickers bar, just like rations basically, and hand it to him. Here, this help.
Okay. So yeah, he takes it and he kind of looks at it and he tears it and like sniffs what it is, and then ravenously devours it and gets stale fucking Snickers bar all over himself. But he wolfs it down. He like gives you like an appreciative look, and then he says, "Forgive me. It will take time for my faculties to return. But I was part of a group that was exploring, and we were overwhelmed by everything here."
Yeah, you kind of landed on the wrong planet, buddy.
Were
He,
you the
kind of looks
captain of
around.
that ship that we found?
He says, "Indeed, I am the leader of a away party of the Armstrong, and unfortunately, we have been split up. Some of my party was defending our vehicles. We were trying to make repairs when we were set upon by a group riding what appeared to be, some sort of bipedal lizards and horses. They attacked us, and we defended ourselves as best we could, but they managed to round up myself and my and one of my science officers."
Okay, we didn't see any of those people. You're the first person we've seen out here alive.
Were more of your crewmen down below in the manhole?
They're all three of us had been in here at one point. They took the other two out for their Twisted Games.
So maybe they're still around here somewhere, or maybe the encampment goes a little further.
Let me
Komodo,
ask.
can you get your sensors to see if there's anything else nearby?
They've been on the fritz for the past few weeks, but let me see if I can get them working. One moment.
Right on.
And I say to the captain, I can assure you I'm as human as you are underneath this armor.
All right. And again, he's like freaked out by you. And then he also sees Muskrat. Do you have a natural horror factor yet, Muskrat?
You mean like just observing me?
Yes.
I don't believe I
dice.
do.
Well, I think that's yet. I'm gonna give one just for the fact that the dude's been blown away by everything he's seen. He's got to make a saving throw against you just being so weird.
Okay.
He would have,
So,
like,
read sensory equipment. I have 40%
It's
in
the
this.
accent.
I'm not sure if I fucked it up again. I rolled a 46 on the dice.
oh yeah, if it's above your percentage, then yeah, you fucked it up again. Sorry.
Is what it is. And I
Yeah,
just like,
fuck, dude.
yeah, I'm getting nothing on my sensors. I'm sorry. I should have read the
Yep.
manual more thorough before taking this armor out into the field.
Yep, skipped the tutorial, just got right to the fucking guns, and this is what happened.
I can punch, I can kick, and I can shoot, but when it comes to reading the sensors on this thing, I'm little out of my league.
Well, look, maybe I'm gonna put out the radar sensor just to see if any other radar pings are coming in.
Sure. So you fire that up, and it's clear as a bell. That is the standard ping that comes from Komodo as like his defense array.
Right.
Hey, at least I
Any
can
other
get the
pings?
thermal scope working on this thing. That's something. When I first
You
started
got a
taking
thermal
this met
scope on that
captain,
boy?
yeah, that's how I was able to see those guys who were running around when they were invisible.
Well, shit. Can you see if there's maybe Komodo? Can you get to the top of that rubble and see if there's anything else? Heat signature nearby.
Yeah, I can probably try and do that.
You have to like climb up power armor, and it's like not the most agile of equipment, but you can take your time. Now you're not like under a lot of duress or whatever, and you can clamber your way up to the sloping top deck there that's fallen over.
I'll
And
put my axe down
on
before I
your
start
thermal,
climbing and say, whoever's the strongest, carry this for me. I will no doubt
And
need it soon.
and I like put my arms out and show my biceps, and like you see the veins rippling through them. And I go, hand it here. So I have
Thank
my
you,
strength
Razor.
37. Yeah.
yeah, you're easily able to handle the thing. You grab it, and you're able to wheel it around. But it is, and again, you don't have any way to like effectively stow it, so you're just kind of stuck holding it.
Okay.
We need to get some duffel bags, gentlemen.
But when you get to the top of the ruins there, right, like range on your thermal is still 1,500 feet or so. So as you kind of look around in a 1,500-foot arc, you're not really seeing anything that's jumping out at you. There's like warm spots from where the lasers missed and hit the ground. There's some track of some of the small scurrying vegetation and animals. There's like these weird sort of predatory salamander sort of centipede looking creatures that are like eating some of the carrion and off of the dead roadkill, and then you guys, and that's all you're really picking up.
While I'm scouting out the scene, I say back to the party,
Well,
hey.
you
Sorry,
do
go ahead.
see some slightly cooling corpses that are here and here, and some of those were one of them fell off of the top of the structure when it collapsed, and there was, I believe, with one of the roadkill as well. So there are two dead bodies that you guys didn't kill.
Oh.
Hmm.
I asked
Uh,
the guy that we have in our custody, hey, what's your name?
Name? Oh, I am Captain Antonio.
Miss.
Neil?
What? What's your first name?
Marion.
Marion? Would you happen to know these bodies over here?
Yes.
And I point to the ones. Who are they?
All right. So, as a sociopath, you kind of point over, hey, could these be your friends? And he walks around past, the rubble, and he's able to, recognize one of his crewmen, obviously, and he kind of, runs over and has like another freak out meltdown, and like throws himself over their body. And he's weeping heavily.
Looks
I'm
like
gonna
you
turn to
know him.
Muskrat, not used to the wastes.
I go, Captain. You better keep it together. What would your crew think of this?
He's like, the crew is dead. You don't understand. The crew is dead, and it's my fault.
Yeah.
It's not your
Why is it
fault,
your fault?
Captain. The wasteland is a dangerous place, and at any moment, any of us could die out here.
I go, hey, it very well may be your fault, but look at the bright side. This is a new beginning.
Hey, everybody. It might get more dangerous out here. There might be more of these guys around here. I think it might be prudent for us to find some makeshift armor or clothing for the captain here, and maybe give him a weapon as well.
Fair enough.
Oh, we found one of their pistols.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of their version of a put together AK-47. You know what I mean? It's just like cobbled together different weapon parts that have bastardized, and then it's got like a receiver for a northern gun clip. So those
Well,
are
no, I
them.
meant we have one of the space guns.
You do have one of the space guns. It's been depleted, but you do have a space gun.
Right? Do you know how to use one of these?
He kind of like through his weeping, he sort of yes. He says, he kind of holds his hand out, hand it here.
Who had it? It wasn't me who actually had it. I think it was Razor 12.
I hand it to him. And I ask him, hey, what are you guys doing on this planet?
So he holds it, and he's kind of like checking through it, trying to, get it to operate. And then he just tosses it to the ground, and he says, it is dead.
How do you charge it?
He
Got
just
these
kind of,
laser packs.
looks. Say that again?
We got these laser packs.
And he just kind of shakes his head. He's like, I was never a science officer. I'm not sure exactly where I am.
What was your guys' mission originally before you guys landed here?
We were investigating anomalies outside of a star system in the Rigel quadrant, and we were engaged with a strange alien energy force when suddenly all of our sensors lost functionality, and it seems like we were drawn in by either a magnetic or gravitational force, pulled us through this anomaly, and when we gained power and control, we were basically plummeting through the skies in this planet's atmosphere. We tried to regain controls. We made a soft landing, and then as we did, we were immediately set upon by what we assume to be the natives of this place, and was forced to engage in a defensive stand of the craft and the crew.
Okay, so you've been through quite a rough time. So if we're to take you back to your ship, would you know how to operate it?
Assuming that it's hasn't been destroyed by the environment here.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, it has been scavenged for parts, but maybe some of those parts are here at this base.
He kind of nods his head a little bit.
Also, there's another thing. So you're speaking North American like us, and this is North America, and I saw that there was North American writing in your ship. So are you not an alien?
He kind of looks around and he says, honestly, I hadn't thought about that. The language in my time is this is very common, so it's very common
Well-
from any strange world and find them speaking perfect English.
Well, let me give you a little bit of information as to where you are, friend. You're on the planet Earth, and a long time ago there was some sort of calamity that I do not fully understand, but it opened portals throughout this world to other planes of reality. And that's why we have such weird creatures running around here.
Like, we're the native
You know,
life,
kind of
not these jackoffs.
Exactly.
kind of nods his head. He says, "This is, not the most bizarre explanation that could account for everything." He kind of like draws himself up and starts trying to position the dead body kind of in a more formal way, and is trying to like put them back together a little bit and give them some sense of dignity.
If
I
you
tell
if
him,
it helps
anyone?
you, Captain, I could help you bury
Hold on,
them.
let Komodo go. Yeah, again, kind of like through weeping eyes, he nods his head. Yeah, yeah. And you could help him like dig a ditch there. I mean, you've got bionic hands. You can just kind of pull the dirt over.
Yeah, I'll help them with that. Like I can use my robo strength to do that. Believe it or
Sure,
not,
sure.
Captain, a long time ago I wasn't an explorer myself, but I was something of a military man. These seem like good
All right.
officers that deserve a proper burial.
Nice. So he he's very appreciative of that, and he's very just overwhelmed with appreciation is actually getting over you being like this death machine robot. So now he's able to kind of approach you, and he kind of moves the body over so that you're able to dig a proper pit, and then they lay the body down gently, and he's able to say some mumbo jumbo that they would say during the 23rd century, 24th century, and then he kind of carries on. He's like, all right, I'm ready then.
And I tell him, hey, it's okay to cry. It's okay to mourn your friends, especially if there's a good reason like this. Your friends will always be with you. The only thing that will be missing is their bodies. So just remember them. They'll always be in your heart.
And you
All
should
right.
also know, Captain, that we're trying to get rid of these raiders, the people who keep going around to these towns and causing more tragedies like that. So, any information you could give us as to if they have another camp or something like that will aid in their extermination.
See what he knows.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
So all he knows is that they like basically split his party off. There was a group that was able to capture him and another two members and kind of galloped off on their animals. And the rest of his party, he doesn't know what happened to him. He assumes that they were defending the vehicle, and he doesn't know what may have happened to him. Whereas you
What
guys
time of
do.
day is this right now?
Now it's going to be past nighttime, and it's going to be the sun will be up in a few hours. It's the wee hours of the morning.
And I say, guys, we should probably get some rest and feed this guy, get him some rest, and reconvene in the morning and go out and look for his crew.
Yeah, I say if there's any supplies that the raiders have down in that manhole, we take them for ourselves. Maybe they have some
There's no
food or
supplies down
some.
there. There's just like other bones and sort of awful. This was just like a pit where they kept their POW.
Oh,
I
Well,
see.
not to mention, we're trying to find stuff and scavenge out here in the middle of the goddamn night. Maybe we'll see things a little more clearly in the morning.
Also, another thing, Captain, I'm not sure if you can get your ship space worthy again and maybe return through the portal that you arrived here in. But in the event that you are so to speak grounded on Earth here, there is a town where there are people who aren't scavengers or raiders or what have you, and I kind of give them the location of like the town we came from. If you're looking for a place where you can be safe, I would recommend that place for you.
All right. I mean, he's got no way to get there other than walking, across the wastelands here or the
hey,
prairie.
poverty comes with us.
Yeah, he could come with us.
Look, only one rule about coming with us: you got to be ready to fight and defend against all the bullshit Look, we fought a fucking pterodactyl to get here and save your ass, okay? You know,
And
we
another
fought all
rule.
these motherfucking demons. So who knows what else is out here? Giant sandworms. I don't know.
And if you do go with us, you do not want to be near me when I fire my gun. It is very loud.
He kind of nods his head a little bit. He's like,
You say
"Fine,
that.
I accept your terms."
All right, great.
And he kind of takes his. He has like his sigil on his vest there, and he kind of takes it off and buries it with the fallen person, and then he rides off with you guys.
Oh, that's big.
Damn.
Wow. All right, buddies. We should get back to base. You'll be safe with us. Well,
All right.
as safe as you can be.
All right. So,
As
are
they
you
get
going
back to
to
base, shouldn't
ride?
shouldn't we make
Go ahead,
camp
Keith.
here?
I need to take a nap
Ye-
for sure. I need to re-up my
Yeah.
magic.
We may want to take a nap here for the night.
What? You guys need to sleep? I'm not tired. I'm just hungry as methamphetamines are pumped into my system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
absolutely.
it's not just about being tired. Look, it's also about if we make camp here and we have you on the lookout, it means if anyone else comes back here looking to see what happened, we can get the jump on them. And we can figure out where they came from.
And we're all
There may be
100%
supply lines
Sure.
between here and the next camps of these creatures.
and we're all certain that that ship that the captain arrived in here, there's no way to get it, even airborne or moving at all.
We got to look and see if the parts are brought over here.
That's a good
If the
point.
parts are here, we might be able to salvage it.
Yeah. He did mention that his science officer, would probably be necessary for putting them back in, but yeah, we'll
Was
see if
that
we
this
can
dude?
recover those
Point
parts.
to one of the corpses.
Yeah, that's exactly. There were two corpses, so, and there were two other guys.
Hmm.
Right, but look, a little North American
Tombs.
know-how.
Tombs,
Hold
can
on,
you?
Keith.
Sorry, I say Tombs. By any chance, through your little portal magic shit that you do, can you bring forth some sort of a watchdog, watch creature, watch lizard, a watcher?
That's a bit out of my purview at the moment.
Watch rat.
You can. You, Tombs, can do this.
Oh, I can.
You can summon a familiar. You have a couple things that are going on for you, man. So
I didn't.
you can do.
I didn't know I could do something familiar yet.
You can do like a ritual magic, right? Now that you've got time to kind of screw around, right?
Okay.
You guys can summon up like a creature of some kind, and what it'll do is it's like attached to you spiritually and with energies. So you'll get like ability to like Beastman, where you can like see through his eyes and see what they
Ooh.
see, sense what they sense, and then you'll get like a buff to your HP because you've like linked with this thing. But if it gets attacked or it gets damaged, right, that link is like the Tomax and Zaymot. So if it gets hit, you get hit too.
I love the reference, man.
Yeah.
In my vampire game, I have two Catholic hunter twins. I call them Tammy and Yamat. So,
There's your Tomax and Zaymot.
yep, exactly.
Nice.
All right, so let me just refer to this real quick, but the idea is something along the lines of like you'd have to like chill out there for a while and do a full ritual and everything. But the flip side of it is that you would have a small creature that we could stat up, that you could summon, that would like your bidding, right?
Okay.
So
Could it be my thing?
totally like
Yes.
what so I'm reading this. I'm gonna read this out from the old version. It might be in the new version. I don't fucking care if it is because I'm using this for this. but it's going to be you can mentally or physically link with an animal creature from a rift or a DB animal, an animal intelligence, not like a supernatural monster creature, right?
Okay.
And generally, it's a small, inconspicuous, like a weasel, squirrel, bat, bird, cat, dog, wolf, muskrat, whatever you can think of that could be ideal for spying and reconnaissance. You can use larger creatures, so you could even use like a lion or something like that, but it's kind of like defeats the purpose. And again, if you're trying to like if it gets hurt and it hurts you, that kind of fucks it up too. So that's something that you're not going to want to use. And then insects are too stupid, so you can't use insects. And mutant animals can't be used because their intelligence is essentially like humanoid,
Okay.
right? So
Muskrat having a muskrat would be pretty funny.
you could basically like it just kind of you tame it like Crocodile Dundee. Like it could be wild or it could be from a pet store, whatever. Like you link with the thing, and then no matter how wild or mean the animal may have been, it will become instantly linked to the shifter and obey your every command. The two are now one. The creature and its master are now extensions of each other, which one sees and smells and tastes and feels, so does the other. So consequently, the familiar makes a great spy, listening in on conversations, etc., etc. And then you get bonuses to your ability to save for stuff, and you get 6 hit points from this summoning.
Okay.
So you can just
Can
bust
I
that
say-
out, and then separately, here's a little bit of information for tombs later, because this is kind of where I figured your character was going, right? You can do this same thing to a supernatural intelligence. You can summon a demon, and you can like sell your soul to it. So you can summon some gnarly eldritch power through a rift and communicate with it to gain more energies, more PPE, more spells, more powers, all kinds of stuff. Only at certain times, right? You can't just pop that out. You have to like find a rift or go to a location where there's ley lines connecting, and that's find the crossroads, right? And then you're able to commune with a supernatural intelligence. So these are again demon lords, devils, heavy duty shit. And
Hell
then
yeah.
I
the
say-
bonus on that is you basically get like a bunch more PPE energy, right? You get a buff. You get more physical SDC. You get all kinds of stuff. It's sort of like how you Super Saiyan your character. I think that's something just for a little player knowledge that you're going to want to know about tombs.
Cool. Yeah.
I say
So
it's
kind
a
of
shame.
concept is you get the summon the familiar, and then the big thing is you're going to connect with some eldritch force. All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say it's a shame you can't bring forth one of your little abominations because we could really use it right now.
Well, I suppose I could cook something up.
There you go. And you can do some circle magic right there, and you can kind of cook up a muskrat sort of appearing out of the thin blue or out of the prairies.
Yeah, I
And,
go over to
and
one
that
of those
thing is-
broadkill and I just fucking like reach into one of the holes and I rip out like its heart and I go and throw
Yes.
it in the fire and then like out of the smoke comes a creature.
Absolutely. So you use the freshly dead roadkill and like his remaining corpse as like an offering into it, and then sort of requires like some fresh PPE too. So you have to put some of your own energies into it, and then you're able to like summon a familiar. So I'll say that it'll drop. How much PPE do you have?
I have 30 left.
Okay, I'm gonna say that it'll take that remaining 30, but you summon this thing up.
Okay. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
Now
it's
there
like
was some animals.
it's like a gross like tentacle faced thing with big long arms and it's got like a little tail, kind of looks like a sperm with like tentacle face and big long gangly arms.
God.
Of it. Okay, yes, it is just the eldritch horror. You guys are repulsed by it, right? So everyone who sees this thing, roll a d20, and you have to beat a 12. Otherwise, you literally are like stunned by how grotesque this thing is.
I'm letting you know I fail. I'm stunned by it, and I hide behind the rubble.
Sure.
Hold on, I'll be
I got
right
a
back.
7.
So that's 16 on the dice. Do I add anything to that?
No, Muskrat, you wouldn't roll. You're like immune to this thing's horror factor. But everyone else has to make a roll. And then say that again, Komodo.
I got a 16. Do I add anything to that?
No, a versus horror factor of some kind.
Oh, I actually have a
I
bonus
get
against
plus
it.
4. I get plus 4. I might as well roll. I got a 15,
Okay.
but
Yeah, then you're fine.
I
Oh.
just don't know what I would
I get a
specifically I would
bonus
add
of
to it.
3. So 10 for me.
All right. Unfortunately, Keys, you are grossed out by this thing. Komodo, you probably don't have a safe horror factor. And roll it.
Can I role play this moment and kind of describe what I was doing?
Absolutely.
So, there's the little bit of the fire left, right? And he's coming over with the heart. And while he's doing that, I've just got a stick with some of the meat of the animals that, one of them that got crushed by the thing. I've just carved off a little bit of the meat. And I've definitely heavily overcooked it to the point where it is just blackened char. And I'm eating the blackened char like it's, like it's jerky, but it's like crumbling charcoal. And when the thing crawls out of the heart, I just go just sputter charcoal. Oh God, what the fuck is that?
Exactly. I love it. So yeah, this hideous fucking thing, which I'm sure smells, is just like pulls out of this roadkill like a weird living tumor and like, slouches itself. I'm sure that it also moves entirely unnaturally. It has no proper bones or skeletal structure. So it's just like lurching and like, just undulating as it moves.
What the fuck?
Yeah. The arms do kind of have a skeletal structure, but everything else is like Shoggoth-y.
Okay.
And I'm
And
like
it-
reaching for my
Perfect.
pistol, like
even though I'm familiar with tentacle squid-like creatures because of my history, it does bring up a little trauma from
Sure.
playing flat ball and my slavers, forcing me into training camp and watching people I grew up with hit by these metal balls in the head and die right in front of me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
See the thing, and I'm pretty unnerved by it, and I, despite having the big scary armor, I kind of just start slowly like walking backwards, like away from it.
Ew.
so. What the fuck is that?
I
Oh,
say,
that's Billy.
What?
I said, that's Billy.
Yes.
Billy.
I say, does
That's
does
not
Billy
disgusting.
talk?
No.
I mean, I
Tries to
have like
speak,
no
he
words.
goes,
That's how Billy talks.
Awesome.
Shit.
And that is
I'm
going
gonna
to be
go,
on screen for the video. I pulled up the picture of Billy.
Oh no, you did?
Yeah.
Is it in general?
Hold on, I'll dump it in general here. It's
Oh
on the
man,
screen
we got to
for
make
the
a token
actual
of this.
thing. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Billy. He's not like a Noglin, is he?
It is in general chat.
Perfect.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Perfect.
He also
Oh,
has
there
a
it is.
giant, a
Oh.
big penis.
It's
Obviously.
a fucking Nego.
Does he have
Wow.
fly?
What's that?
Can he fly?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm statting this thing. Billy is going to be a creature in the game now. All right, so
Excellent.
I got to give Billy stats. Am I seeing the brain and the tentacles as the front,
Yes. Yeah.
or the penis is the front?
No. The brain and the tentacles
It
is the
flies
front.
penis forward.
Okay, all right.
Dig it,
So no, I'm going to
man.
stat this thing. I'm going to give him. Are they able to attack in any way?
Are what? The tentacles able to attack?
Tentacles, do they attack, or are they just for like sensing and psychic manipulations?
Yeah, it's more for sensing and psychic manipulations. The arms are for grabbing. Ah! And and the penis is for, well,
That's
You
his
know.
ovipositor.
One is for fighting, one is for fun.
Yeah.
He's got a
Bill-
bifurcated penis.
All right. Billy has just made his entrance. Right now, he's represented by the swirling mass of red stuff, but I'll find something cooler to represent Billy. Or if you could give me a cutout of that you want to see from up on top, maybe, or even
Okay.
just that, just give me a cutout, and I'll throw it into the artwork here, and Billy can definitely be a token.
Okay, yeah. Actually, the thing in chat is a cutout. So
Okay.
Okay.
Look,
Let me see if I can do this quickly.
Bees.
Hold on, man.
As of right now,
Hold
Billy
on.
looks like that game Carry On. Remember that, Andrew?
yes, yeah.
Carrion. Just a weird amorphous sort of
Oh.
ball of
Penis
stuff.
monster. That's what his name is. There we go.
Yes,
Okay,
yeah.
penis monster.
Penis monster.
Here we go. Hold on.
Oh, great! I'm glad we got Billy in the game now.
Yes.
Way to go, Tombs.
You summoned Amigo.
Yeah. That was pretty much what I was going for when I created that design.
I love you.
I'm just like, look, I grew up with a lot of DBs. This is not like the ones I grew up with.
I had nightmares as a child about a creature that looked just like that.
Great, now I
nice
might
to look
do.
at.
All right, here he is, making his debut in the game.
I'm gonna say, why is he here, Tombs?
Yes. Well, he's here to protect us.
Okay, good. Well, you know,
You control him, Tombs.
All right.
that's great. I'm glad he's here to protect us.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, trust me, you want him
Uncircumcised
on
and
your
all.
side. You want him on your side.
Yes, definitely want him with us rather than against us.
What does the captain think?
I'm just about to roll right now. So this is what does Captain think about? Ooh, goddamn. So Captain is starting to develop a little bit of a callus to the world of Rifts, and he's like, yeah, that's on brand for everybody here. All right, and so he's on board. He's not freaked out, but you can see that there's a certain bit behind his eyes is beginning to burn to ash.
Yeah, he's just dissociating.
He's got like 1,000 calicam stare, dude.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna say, well, it's been good. I'm gonna take post up here, and I'm gonna get on the hover bike, and I'm gonna go on top of the rubble stuff. Like basically the part, whatever part's still not damaged.
This area here, this segment is still not damaged. This segment here is fallen down and has like tipped at a big 45-degree angle. Yeah, you can go on there and you can look
Only
around.
the second one you showed that was undamaged.
Oh, I'm sorry. Over here. This is also damaged.
There. Yeah, so I'll go over there and kind of park the bike. Park the bike and have my. I'm assuming that he's used to almost like sleeping in the bike. He gets out his bedroll and everything, but he kind of arranges like the bitch seat.
Kicks his feet up. Yeah, totally. All right.
Casey's got to be on
Billy
the
can
run.
fly around.
He's doing his things, he goes and he finds one of the dead bodies and he's just grabs a hold of it and starts violently thrusting it.
Oh yeah. So he takes a roadkill corpse and is just humping in through the neck hole where Razor cut off his head.
Oh, that's Billy.
All right.
Silly Billy.
Oh, that Billy.
Silly Willy
Billy.
Billy.
So Billy's
guys,
doing his thing and kind of noticing around, and he doesn't see any other creatures out there. It's essentially it's basically all is clear. You guys can chill out here if Billy's gonna watch everyone's back. Oof, that sounds scary.
Yeah,
boy.
I'll start trying to banish the memory of Billy from my mind as I go to sleep.
Nice. All right. Uh, question: do you guys want to pause here, or do you guys want to push through?
Either way is good for me.
I'm
I'm
down to
good
push
either way
forward.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crap.
Or
Cool.
wait,
So,
when
you
you
guys
say
basically-
pause here, you mean like take a break or like cut?
Did you want to cut? We can keep going. We can get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah. I would like to vacate soon, but you know.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so you guys are able to rest now that Billy is watching your back. You guys are basically okay through the night. Like a swarm of these sort of carnivorous rats show up, but Billy is able to kind of like sense them, sort of arriving. So in the morning, there's maybe half a dozen of these half-eaten like zombie rat carcasses, and Billy has just been feasting on them, through the night.
Excellent.
Oh,
Thank you, Billy.
1,000 thank yous, Billy.
Oh,
Yep. And
I'm sorry. What
you
were you guys saying
recognize
about
that
vacating? I couldn't hear.
Oh, I was just saying like about wrapping it up soon because he was asking if we wanted
Oh.
to cut or keep going for a
This is
little
actually
bit.
a good spot. This is actually a good spot. So wake up the next morning and then travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's up to you guys. I just had Billy basically save you guys from an assault from carnivorous zombie rats in the middle, and he basically
nice.
ate them all. So you guys are groovy on that.
I was gonna say if you want to do the remaining looting of this campsite, if you're prepared for that. Otherwise, if you want to have that prepared.
So what you guys basically find out after kind of sticking around, and now the daylight is there to aid in your investigation, is that this is just sort of, where a clutch of the marrow eaters seem to have bivouacked. They were definitely led by the Broadkill, and so they had kind of raiding parties that would go out sort of from this area. Some of them were going out to attack the Citadel, the Circle Square. Others were going out and apparently like heisting a bunch of cows from maybe one of the native tribes that's in the area. Some of the others, as you've seen have noticed, were going out looking for wreckage and salvage, much like you guys did when they came across the Armstrong and the crew. So this was sort of like their hub where they would sort of come back with what loots they had to report to this clutch of Broadkill, who were the bosses. The muscle was kind of enforcing this. They weren't
Right.
necessarily following sort of direct orders or anything. They're really an informal, band.
Okay.
What'd you say the smaller guys
Like
were
a
called again?
collection of
What were the smaller creatures called again?
Simban.
Simba. But didn't you have another name for them just a minute ago?
Oh, the name of the collective of this bandit group is the Marrow Eaters.
Ah, okay, got it.
And
Got it.
how long
Okay.
did we
So-
sleep for so I can get an idea of how much PPE to regen?
You can regen full and take the full 8 hours.
Okay.
Is that going to be the same for ISP?
Yeah, I believe you guys basically. I think you can meditate for like 4 hours and get all yours back, but over a full night's sleep, you're able to fully soak that in.
Okay, great. Cool. So yeah, got that.
And then for Razor, did you roll like you have like a speed heal or some kind of heal boost thing? Did you do that yet, or did you need to do that?
Yeah, it heals pretty fast. I'm already, if it's like an hour that goes by, my SDC is already gonna heal like that. So
Yeah, I thought you healed like Wolverine basically. So yeah, you're
pretty much, yeah.
you're fine. Yeah, you're fine at this point. I mean, SDC wise, I know your armor's still beaten up, but as far as like your body and whatever goes,
Now,
Yeah.
as this is the hub of all their activities, is there anything else here, like more of their hover cycles, or any of the stuff they actually looted?
so what you see is that mostly we're taking like food. And the stuff that they did get were like, decent weapons, like the few laser rifles that were actually good. The broad laser pistols, I should say, were good. The Broadkill had. So they had like, heavy laser pistols.
Right.
And then they had vibro axe weapons. They had taken a lot of food and stuff like that. And then everything else has been like consumed. You know what I mean? There's literally piles of bones and, offal and intestine and just shit kind of thrown everywhere. But they weren't like actively collecting items or black market materials or anything that was kind of salvageable. It was just willy-nilly destruction, and whatever they got was a bonus compared to, whatever they killed and ate.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Captain,
But
make
from
sure
what
you
you can
have one of those.
determine, it's like
Oh,
this
sorry,
seems
go
to
ahead.
be this is it.
Does this seem like it's based on the amount of tents and things like that? Does it look like there are less people or less tents than there are people? Other than maybe like the guys we killed the first in the first batch.
Gotcha. You get a sense that there's probably like the amount of stuff that's been around there, the amount of wreckage and kind of like just detritus that you've seen, and animal scat would lead you to think that there still probably is like another 20 or 30 members out there running around, but you're not sure where they are or what their ETA is or anything. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no central command or any kind of notes or anything there.
Right. Okay, and then you mentioned laser pistols. Are those the
Yes.
laser guns that we found, or is that additional?
No, you found some actual nice guns. That's what the Broadkill guys would have had, if they didn't get it blasted immediately by Komodo. So you're able to find another high quality laser pistol. It's very, heavy duty. It would take you two hands to hold it, but for them, they can hold it in one hand. So it's almost like submachine gun sized. And it
Nice.
does, 2d6 mega damage. It's got a 2,000-foot range, and it's a nice one. It's actually very sleek, black. You can tell immediately that it's from down south. It's a Wilkes weapon.
Ooh, Wilkes weapon. Okay, I'm just tracking this stuff for when we bring it back. We'll kind of sell these back to
Wilkes is
the.
sort of like Winchester, right?
Yeah. They're a name that rings out through this world where if you're doing trade and you have something like that, people will pay a premium. But they're also really good at just using. As far as like laser pistols go, they're gonna have like a +1 to their accuracy. They have their own kind of e-clip and their own kind of economy, but they're a badass weapon if you're a laser slinger.
Nice. And I'll also say, as we're gathering this equipment, hey, look, if anyone wants anything in particular, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gathering it up for us to, turn back in for credits.
Yeah.
Well, credits
Make sure
and
that
black market credits.
make sure the captain has something good that he's armed with, because I have a feeling that we're probably going to see a firefight or two before we get him back to town.
All right. Any
Well,
gasoline? Alex?
Hello?
Yeah, let me see what they have. Hang on just a second. So yeah, they're using
Gasoline.
fuel for different burning sources and whatnot, and they actually have one entire like 55-gallon drum of some kind of liquid fuel.
Nice.
Very
So
nice.
that will qualify as like a tank of fuel. So if you have a vehicle like your hover cycle that's running on gas, you can basically transfer that whole tank in there and fill your tank up.
Okay, great. And actually, how far
I'll
is
say
this
that there's
base?
like a I'll say that there's like, tubes that basically come off of your bike that allow you to attach it to this thing and
Just
siphon the fuel out.
question: how far is this base from our base?
So now that you've kind of found it and everything, you've determined that it's probably um, 70, 75 miles or so as a crow flies in a straight
Wow.
line from where the citadel is.
Okie doke. Which is not that far
Hey guys,
for.
What was that,
audio
Andy?
is being really bad, so I don't know if we should cut it soon. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure, no problem.
I think multiple internet connections are not doing so hot right now. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in that case, is there any last stuff that you want us to have salvaged before we head back to the Citadel? Pretty much.
I think you could probably take one or two of these dudes' heads would be pretty funny, and then some of them have like very minor or like, bionic attachments as well. Stuff like razor fingernails or like pop out blades in the forearms. You found what appear to be sort of like bionic either eyepieces or earpieces, so you could hack all that shit off of them as well.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we'll grab some of that stuff.
And I'll say
That way
that.
we.
Hang on a second, and I'll say that just in your experience, that's probably 3,000 credits worth of cybernetics that you can haul off of these
Ooh.
dudes.
Nice.
Very nice.
They are to be it's a little gross, but you'd be able to resell these on to a less than scrupulous cyber doc for sure.
Nice.
So black market credits is what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, you
Okay.
could take that down to the Citadel and trade that. Like those would, I'm sure that the techs there and the people there would find use for those kind of cybernetics.
Right. Perfect. And then so one heavy laser pistol. All right, cool. And
The
we
Wilkes
did
pistol,
get.
got the cybernetics, and then you found the junk stuff that was on the Simvin guys and the Raiders.
And is that junk stuff enough to give, or I should say, is the junk armor enough to get his stuff repaired?
Basically, they would take it apart and kind of like repurpose what they could. Some of the ceramics they'd have to like cut and repress and see if they could kind of repatch together his armor because his stuff is like cross pads. You know what I mean? So they'd
Right.
have to take the spots that are fucked, like sand it down, mega damage wise. Then they'd have to take some other pieces and melt them down or recut them mega wise and use tools, mega damage tools, and put on. So it's doable. It would just take time and credits to do. But they could
Okay.
repair his
Okay.
armor to the point where they could even paint it back up and make it look like Razor 12 and clean. Just guys have time and credits.
All right.
And then
Okay.
for tunes, you notice as you've been going through the night, you are always observing the heavens and the movements and revolutions they're in. You get the sense in about a week or two that there should be a prime rift that will appear that will perhaps make some communications with one of those, far off supernatural intelligences that might be real.
Oh, hell yeah.
You can see Billy kind of like wiggling and drooling a little bit at the very concept of it.
Yes.
At this location, like this spot will open a rift.
No. He'll still have to find out where exactly this rift is going to be, but he knows now that there will be a rift.
Damn.
He's got to
right,
read the chicken entrails. He's got to read the guts and follow the portends.
Nice.
Very
Pretty
nice.
rad.
I think that's a good point to stop, right?
Yeah.
That was fun. That was a blast. My audio sucked. I'm sorry, guys. Like I kept cutting out, and half the time you're a
That's all
robot.
good.
But
I think
damn
we
it.
all had like different audio issues like this session. Like my audio was just like not working at all at the beginning of the game, and all of our audio were just like fuck this session. But hopefully next session we'll have like more stable more stable connection.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All
I
right,
had to
guys.
hide in the
Thanks so much,
kitchen because I
guys.
was watching the and stuff, and so I was just like, I had to keep everything quieter by being in here. But I'm sure it's not ideal for my signal, so
Right.
that probably didn't help as well. But hey, Billy made an appearance in the game. I'm very interested to see how that's going to work. I'll
Yeah,
set him up with
Billy.
you, Andrew, if that's okay. If if you could give me just kind of a one or two paragraph explanation of like your concept of him
Okay.
and whether or not you think he's going to be a mega damage creature, this world, most supernatural things are like as high powered as they're gonna be. So if in like a 20th century setting might not have been MDC, in this setting he might be, just because it's so charged with all PPE everywhere that he would be extra hardened and kind of extra hardy in this plane. So
Okay.
that's just something to think about. But let me know so I can stat him up because he's part of the game now.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Fuck yeah.
That
Nice.
rules.
Well,
And then you guys, Captain
Good night,
Tennille is
boys.
part of the party for a little bit here too. So
hey.
Yes.
All right, cool, Marion. Nice to meet you, dude.
Yep. Marion and Tennille.
All right, that was awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for
Alrighty,
running,
guys.
Alex.
A lot of fun.
Yep.
Thank
Have
you
a good night,
always. Have
guys.
a wonderful week.
Peace.
And
All right.
have a great holiday. And we'll have to figure it out after Silly Day. Maybe we'll get our next session in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
happy Turkey
absolutely.
Day,
I
everyone.
can't wait. It's gonna
Yeah.
rule.
Turkey Day.
All right,
And
then.
yeah, we'll get back to the Citadel. Bye, guys.
All right, take care, man.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Bye.